Hello Internet, hello world, hello family, hello friends, hello. My name is Joe. This is the start of what I hope to be is a very fun endeavor for me. The YouTube channel, obviously, that's where you found this link. And I'm going to talk about skateboarding, why I love it, what's happened in the last week, my friends, people I watch. I'm going to try and give you a good rundown of what I've seen recently and what gets me stoked to go skate. I want this channel to help grow and perpetuate the sport for myself and others. I have to refer to my notes here. I want to explore and discuss ideas. I want you guys to give me as much feedback as possible as far as what types of skating you want to see on here, what types of skating get you psyched, what types of videos I should be watching that I'm missing. All those things. I think we can create a really cool community together and build upon it. This is a learning process for me, so I will strive to make each of these videos better and work on it and work on it and work on it and work on it, all the fun stuff. So I guess that kind of gives you the gist of it. Let's talk about skating. First off, dude, I want to talk about skaters that I think are great follows on Instagram. The one dude that comes to mind initially is Sergio Santoro. I will post links, a good amount of links and all those good directories in my description with hopefully thumbnails in this area of myself, and we'll get there. It's all a learning process. This is first take, first video, all that fun stuff. Sergio Santoro. Dude's insane. I believe he's from South America somewhere, and he was featured on Ride Channel a while ago in a series called The Nicest Life with him and a bunch of his buddies skating, and he just has an amazing amount of control. His manual balance is obscene. He can just manual into and out of everything and kickflip out of it after that. And he's a really positive dude, and you could always tell that he's having an incredibly fun time on a skateboard, and it's those kind of things that get me psyched, make me want to go skate, so maybe it'll work for you too. Also, Leo Valls from Magenta. He's a wizard, dude. He's the power slide machine. He's super stylish. Posts really cool clips all the time. Also a good follow. Who else we got? Mikey Whitehouse. Mikey Whitehouse is a wild card, man. If you don't know about him, you've most likely seen a clip of him on Metro Skateboarding or one of those other medias. He's super technical. He skates this prefab park in Texas with his buddies and does the craziest tricks on this flat bar you've ever seen. And on and on and on. Also, man, I got for personal friends, dude, there's always the homie and the brainchild and enigma behind soft hoagie rolls. My good and dear friend Jacob. His Instagram account is always an entertaining follow. His personal account's been the main source of his media output lately, but Soft Hoagie Rolls is also a fantastic follow. They are right here, although that's backwards and sideways now. You'll figure it out. I'll link you. His personal account's equally entertaining and inspiring, man. He's inspired me a lot in my life. Maybe he can do so for you as well. Also, man, one more guy, my homie Josh, moved out to the Midwest a couple months back, and he's a super talented skater. I've always been a fan of his skating, and I noticed that he's kind of low on the follower aspect of Instagram, and the things he's putting out, he's doing super technical, beautiful ledge tricks, hubba tricks, flip tricks, just with such good style and control, and people are missing out by not following him, honestly. That's the end of what we're gonna call segment 1. I talk about dudes on Instagram that get me hyped, people that I do not regret hitting that follow button for. We all know that struggle. Hopefully not all of us, but I'm sure we all do. Another thing that I think often gets left out in the conversation of skateboarding due to, dare I say, the cool guy attitude, the over-competitive nature that tends to be present in skateboarding contests. Skateboarding contests have always been a large part of skateboarding, but the core skaters really do avoid the conversation of contests in a lot of their discussions. And it's not so much the outcome of a contest that really draws me to it. It's the insane skating that people push themselves to do across all disciplines of contest skating, from vert to freestyle contest to your street league to Tampa Am to all everything. It's not often that someone's going to enter a contest and not at least try to bring something cool to the table, something entertaining, something fun. I love skating. I love watching it. I don't spend much time on television, so a 2-hour contest in Japan for the Olympic qualifiers is a supreme amount of entertainment for me. I'll just sit there, barrel through it. I love seeing things that I've never seen anyone do before. I love seeing styles I've never seen developed before. What type of skateboarding styles develop on the polar opposite side of the globe is always going to be interesting, man. What someone takes and does with skateboarding as the individual that they are, it's an expression of themselves, man. The bigger the sport grows, the more things we have the potential to see on every side of the spectrum. I'm always psyched. I'm always, everything's cool to me. I'm a skate nerd, man. I love it. So, contests, things that people don't talk about. One of my favorite running right now is the Vans Park series, because I have that delicate soft spot for skating transition that I've had for a good part of my life. And for those not familiar with the Vans Park series, they kind of find this, what would you call it? Like a pool mini ramp, bastardized whole contraption version of a skate park, your modern kind of skate park these days, mostly featuring transition, obstacles, and dudes take runs and kill it, man. You see Pedro Barros, you see Oscar Rosenberg, all kinds of dudes just absolutely slaughtering it, man. Truly, Oscar Rosenberg. He's been referred to as improvisational jazz on a skateboard before, and I think that's a pretty cool way of putting it, because where a lot of people will think a lot about contests and practice the same tricks over and over and over and over, you can very easily see that Oscar Rosenberg isn't that dude, and he still ends up winning these contests with just winging it, just honestly winging it, and he's that good at winging it that he'll beat out the dudes that spent the whole entire weekend practicing the same damn run. It's entertaining, man. To me, that's all subject. An important thing to be mentioned is all these opinions are my own. None of them are facts. This is just how I interpret things, and I think all of us individually interpret things differently. I know all of us individually interpret things differently, and it's important to know that, man. It's especially with skateboarding, if you've been skating for a long time, you love it. You know, you should have a deep reverence for skating, and it's dear to you, near and dear to you, and your opinions matter. Obviously, your beliefs and feelings, what styles matter to you, what you like in skating is all. It's never wrong to like any facet of it. I think it's only wrong to hate facets of it out of ignorance, maybe out of fear. I don't know. That's little rant. I'm gonna rant. I like to rant. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm filming myself, and I'm talking all kinds of this shit. So, dude, let's talk about Street League. Yuto Horigami's really good. He's cool. I like seeing how much he gets crowd support. At every contest he enters, he becomes a fan favorite. And maybe it's because he's quiet and kind of shy person, and a lot of people relate to that, but they see him excel in doing fantastic, beautiful things in skateboarding, changing the game, blowing everyone's mind. It's really cool to see. He's a nut. Everyone else in those contests is insanely talented, obviously. They put in a lot of work, and just the product of some of the crazy skate parks they come up and have to build, and the crazy obstacles and the tricks, man, the tricks. People are insane. Street League supposedly has the best in the world. You will see some crazy stuff if you have the patience to get through it, or if competitive skating doesn't bother you, if you're not a cool guy, if you are a cool guy. I'm a cool guy. Maybe I'm not a cool guy. Who knows? The Red Bull app is a really interesting media source that I think goes overlooked a lot, and it has a lot of cool stuff on it. for skateboarding contests and for parts. I'll go into parts and other things they offer eventually in a moment. But there's 2 contests that they recently did that I want to at least cover briefly. There's this annual contest they do that might be a biannual now, I'm not sure, but it's known as Red Bull Simple Session. People that have been watching competitive skateboarding for years should be aware of Simple Session. This is usually the event where you see the craziest skate park ever built. Enormous obstacles. It's also a BMX contest, so they have some super mega ramps in this giant stadium with all kinds of crazy dudes doing crazy stuff. Entertaining to me. Will it be to you? Only way to know is to click what am I doing? Click the link below me and find out, man. Give it a watch. It's super sick. Another contest that recently came about on that Red Bull app was this thing called Red Bull Rollercoaster, and I think I've said this 4 times already. The craziest course ever. This is the one. This is literally. It was like this crazy downhill track with obstacles set up along the way and dudes going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and they have skaters like Zion Wright and Alex Sorgente, that superhuman kid from Florida, Jake Alardi. He's an absolute animal, super athlete, just capable of doing anything he ever wants to. Watching those dudes tear apart this crazy course, I found highly entertaining. I strongly recommend you guys check that one out. Just watch a little bit of it, find a highlight reel. Like, that stuff was nuts, dude. No one's ever built a course like that, as far as I've seen anyways. I still got more contests to talk about. I'm sorry I'm blabbing here, guys. But Battle of the Barracks is going on right now. I guess that technically falls into the aspect of a contest. A lot of people cool guy the barracks because they think Steve Bear is a nut, or who knows why. I'm just inserting reasons where it's not necessary to even extrapolate upon. Anyways, I think Battle at the Barracks is cool. I've been a fan since the first one they've come out with. I like playing games of skate with my friends. The strategies that have the potential to be implemented, knowing how well your friend can do said tricks, you know, if you're playing a friend's game, a gentleman's game they call it, and you kind of just want to play for the sake of playing and just practice your own flat ground tricks. But it's just, the dynamics really cool of Battle at the Barracks in the way that you get some of the best flat ground skaters in the world, put them against each other, and dude, it's the tension that can be built in a game of skate. When it's in T to T, each person's set 30 tricks and they're going for things that they've never even tried before. Like, I find an extreme amount of entertainment in that. I have a weak spot for games of skate and watching them. It's incredibly exciting to me. One of my favorite parts of skateboarding to watch, honestly. So yeah, that's been cool so far this year. They have quite a few awesome dudes in it that I'm a huge fan of. You know where to find that. Everyone knows where to find that. ETN, it's another skateboarding platform that you may or may not have heard of. It's run by the dude Eric Bragg, probably a couple other people. It's the pay to view thing. You pay, I think, about $8 a month. They do a compartmentalized annual type deal, and you kind of pay a lot of money. People don't really like it. They actually have the monopoly on Street League right now. You won't find any full-length versions of the Street League contest on YouTube unless someone bootlegged the crap out of it and it's there and gone in a day. Wise decision or not, I'm subscribed to ETN, and I do watch their stuff. My recommendation for them would be, if you're really curious as to what goes on there, subscribe for a month. You could pile through all the content that they've uploaded in the last year in 1 month. There really isn't that much, and it's definitely not worth a consistent subscription, in my opinion. But I'll leave that up to you. Check it out. Check them out if that sounds interesting. What else do they put on there, man? They got all kinds of weird, cool little contests, game shows. I don't need to plug them. They're doing all right. I guess another thing that might fall into the contest category and kind of help me transition into my next category would be this thing I recently found on freeskatemag.com, where I guess a bunch of dudes, couple different teams meet up in Normandy, France. Like the Sour team, you send out a certain amount of people, 4 or 5 dudes, and they just go and skate and film in Normandy and skate around, submit their edit, and I think someone won. I'm not really sure. I just happened to see the edits. That's all I really care about. because it was just sick skating. Sour skateboards, Palace, Antiz, another team I'm forgetting and I regret forgetting, but it was very sick. I'll have some links to that. The bunch of European skaters skating really cool spots, doing really creative tricks that you've probably never even thought were possible, thought of, imagined, whatever. It's sick stuff, man. That's it for contest. Yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. If I do, we'll figure it out one day. So let's go on to skate parts. I've already racked up 15 minutes of this video. I'll try and bang it out. I didn't expect it to be this long. Recent skate parts that have come out that I thought were sick, or that happen to be from skaters that I'm already a big fan of. First one, dude, Phil Zwijsen. I know that's not the right way to pronounce his name. I believe he's from Germany. He rides for Element. He released that part a couple years ago where he skated in the rain. It's like a 5-minute part. One of the craziest collections of skating I've ever seen. The whole part filmed in the rain. He's a nut, dude. I'm a huge fan of the way he skates. Always skates fast. He's very powerful and just charges, and like the editing and the filming and the music and all of his parts is always really cool. Always really, really cool. Just gives you that good classic skate video vibe. He's a skater, I think. Check out this part though. It's rad. If this part doesn't do it for you, I would say you probably should check out a second part and reconsider your first notions. I don't know. Good luck with that one. He's one of my favorites out right now. Another one of my favorites out right now is Cody Lockwood. He's arguably one of the best, if not the best, transition skater alive, in my opinion, right now. In the ways that he does it, in technical tricks, on crazy types of transition, on doing kickflip back nose blunts in 8-foot pools, like that's unheard of, man. And some of the other stuff he does is really, really bonkers. He still has insane street skills, like backlipping 12, 13 stair handrails, 360 flipping gaps. But dude, his transition game is insane. He's one of my favorite skaters. Other parts I've seen that came out that impressed me, that wowed me, that made me think, God damn, that dude's good, is Trent Mclung. Trent Mclung has crazy, weird. It's not crazy or weird. He's got a stance on his feet. The way he stands on a skateboard, he just floats off of it. He can flip out of anything he's sliding in. He's got an insane amount of control, man. That guy's crazy good, and he is just pooping out footage. He just dropped this Primitive part within the last week, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, I think. Primitive released their full video. He had last part, aside from Paul Rodriguez's little curtain show. I thought it was sick. Primitive video was sick. Trent Mclung's part's sick. That guy's crazy good, man. If you like ledge skating, dude, it's good skating. If you like good skating, watch Trent Mclung's new part, watch his old part, watch that whole Primitive video, because their team is stacked. All those dudes are sick. Like, Paul Rodriguez is doing a pretty sick job with that company, in my opinion. I'm a fan. What else have I recently watched, man? I watched the Polar video recently that came out. That was a beautiful, beautiful work of art. Panasalv is the best. We're all lucky to have him be a part of this thing that we love, known as skateboarding. Polar is an awesome team. Polar's super creative. Again, you get Oscar Rosenberg on there, and you get that clip that everyone's seen, that alley-oop, front nose blunt, pop in on a crazy bank. That's literally, quite possibly, the craziest thing I've ever seen someone do on a skateboard. He's a nut. That whole video was, again, a beautiful piece of art. All the skating was so sick. He has a way of just showcasing the beauty of skating, and in a way that just makes you happy that you're a skater, and definitely makes you want to go shred. Made me want to go shred. The Worble dudes. If you don't know about the Worble dudes, they're the family that consists of Man Ramp and Steve and Dave Mullen and a couple other homies from the Northeast. I think Chris Colburn skates with them too. All those dudes are super sick. They just dropped a full-length video. Highly, highly entertaining. They're always having a great time, it looks like. Man Ramp is Man Ramp. If you don't know who Man Ramp is, you better look that up, because He's kind of a legend. And Steve and Dave Mull, the two brothers, man, they're both psychopaths. One of them can do no-comply frontside board slides down 10-stair handrails, and that's just obscene. That makes no sense. Yeah. The other guy did that ollie to tree ride about a year or two ago that he could have died on, for sure. They're nuts, dude. I strongly recommend checking them out as well. That pretty much concludes the majority of skate parts that I planned on talking about. I guess what I will conclude with is technically not a skate part, but I got a lot out of it, and it was from a skateboarder, Rodney Mullen, our godfather of modern street skating, recently was interviewed by this guy who talks about greatness on YouTube. It's an interesting platform, but regardless of what the platform was, it was 30 minutes of Rodney Mullen talking. And for anyone that's ever experienced any minutes of Rodney Mullen talking, it's a brilliant, beautiful, insightful, enlightening, inspiring thing to see and hear and view. And he's just a legend, man. His insights have always inspired me. The way he looks at the world, the way he's done everything, what he's done for all of us. He's just such a smart dude, and really, it's always pleasant to listen to him talk, man. He's so human and real, and just make you feel good. I will definitely include a link to that interview at the bottom of this description, because that's I think a good note to end on. I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be it. I think this is that. That is this. We ran through this, man. That's, I guess, first episode. We're going to keep running it, dude. We're going to try again. This is a work in progress, like I said. I'm filming all this on my phone, editing all this on my phone. None of this, this is first try. This is as raw as it's going to get. Hopefully. I got nothing else to say, man. Peace out, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and comment. Give me all of the feedback you possibly could. Everything. Dude, that's what I want. I want to help this become a community. I will reach out to every single person that comments on here. I will try to respond to you guys and talk to you about skateboarding, because I love skateboarding, and I assume you probably might love skateboarding too. Let's talk about it, dude. Tell me what I should be watching. Tell me what I missed. Tell me who I should be following. Tell me all these things, man. Let's keep this going. Let's grow it. Deuce. Have a great, awesome day.